Okay, everybody, it's your boy, MCE Mason, coming back at you with another Chronicles of the Quadrumvirate episode. This time, we're going to have to do something a little different. What ended up happening was I messed up, and well, I didn't mess up. I mean, maybe I did, but I feel like I messed up. Anyway, um, I messed up, and the voiceover that I did not record when I did the game. So it ended up being like about a 2 hour playthrough. And I would have redone the playthrough, but I'm just like, I've already done this. And a lot of stuff happened during this playthrough. So I was just going to do another a voiceover for the gameplay I've already done. So at this point, it's like we just woke up, we're talking to Sybil, and getting in some items from the shadow. Got some gummy bears there. I was looking at the gummy bears and I was like, okay, well, that's cool, I guess. It's a 5 hit point restoration. I mean, that's okay, I guess. But yeah, now we're trying to figure out something to eat because there's still flies on the table, and I think like whatever thing you make next is just automatically going to be sour. Like right here, yep, food's rotten, inedible. So then you clean up, and now you can make food and not have it affect, yeah, and not have it like have to be thrown away. So at this point, I'm thinking about probably just making another venture outside. I'm also thinking about trying to use Zarya and and Montgomery. Problem with them is that I don't know. They come in at like level 1 and 2. It would have been better if I had gotten these characters like maybe day 1 through day 5, but it's like day 7 or 8. Like it's like we have like 7 days left at this point. So it's like it's tough, right? Because even like Sophie and Dan aren't particularly high leveled right now. Like I mean they're high enough, but they could be maybe a lot more. If I had stuck with Joel, he'd be higher level now probably. It is what it is, though. Hey, man. What do you want, dude? Huh? Keep what down? Bro, like the fact that they play this music all the time is crazy. Like they just play it all the time. It's ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. What's with the stuff going outside? I don't know. How you doing? Whatever, man. I'm just gonna chill here if you're done talking to me. I mean, the crazy thing about it is that you would think they'd be a lot more grateful for you letting them into your apartment like this, but the fact is that they'd rather just be a-holes about it. If it were me, like in real life, I'd be like, yo, get out of my room right now, or I'm throwing you out of here. Because here's the thing, you can still throw them out of here probably. I would. I'm thinking, you know what? Next time I play the game, I'm gonna throw them out and see what that does. Juicebox, what are we talking about? Who's Juicebox? I don't know. We invited him. I have no idea who that is. Who's Mr. Juicebox? Is that the skull or I don't know who that is. Is it? That is a mystery to me. I'm like, Juicebox, what are you talking about? Okay, and then I went back to try to like I think see what the poster was. Did I look at the news while I was in here? Like there's Betty chirps at you. Yep, this is where the music's coming from. It almost feels like the music gets louder when you go to check out the boombox. Check news, no new news stuff. You're no longer smelly. Check social media. You spend some time browsing social media. There is more and more hostility online towards those who haven't looked. It was a bit more playful before. It feels outright hateful now. One person says that they've been changing ever since they looked outside. They attach a picture. It's a garbled mess of nonsense. The replies are a mix of compliments and confusion. Social media makes you feel a bit less alone, but it can be a bit stressful. +5 social, -5 calm. You hear a knock at the door. Oh boy. Who could this be? I really don't remember. Who is this? Someone at the door. What should you do? Look through the eye hole. Oh God. A very haggard young man stumbles around the hall. He walks with an ungainly gait as though he's never walked before. I should have known the moment that I saw this that this was going to be bad. And you open the door and holy smokes, you have to help me. It's only getting worse. Started drawing yesterday. It won't stop. I can't control it. That's crazy, man. It's kind of wild considering like I think the first time I saw that guy, like he actually came for help for real. And that's the thing about this game is that you kind of have to know if they're taking over, there's nothing I can do. You kind of, I don't know, man. It's tough because sometimes you'll be like, hey, like, I mean, you know, I can fight this character or what have you. But sometimes like they'll come and they'll be like their normal selves. Like I've seen the normal version of this guy before, you know, and he just comes and asks for medical help and then leaves. Although I'll be honest with you, I would not, if I was walking around in the hallway and somebody helped me, I would be staying there. I would be like, yo, please don't send me back out there. I'm not, it's horrible out here in these hallways. All right, so what is this? Do I do stun? I would have probably usually do stun around this time. Either stun or blind. Is it stun or blind? I definitely don't use taunt. Is it stun? Yep, stun. Yep. I hardly ever use anything except for stun and blind because stun makes it so the enemy can't do anything for a turn, and blind makes it so even if they do something, they'll probably miss. Oh, and he died. Jeez. Rest in peace, William. Man, rough. At this point, it's like, all right, we're going to venture back out into the outside world. Now, I remember around at this point in time, just kind of going downstairs to explore stuff a little bit. Because now I'm trying to figure out how to get to other parts of the building. Yeah, I'm going down all the way down to the ground floor. And I can't actually just go to the door here because I took out the discs. So we're going into the yeah, this is when I go back all the way to the basement, down like underneath the water, like in the water and everything. Oh boy. Kind of just going in here and checking the rooms and everything. This door was locked from the other side, and I think there's another door around here that's locked from the other side. You know, I need to actually go back down here and open up some of these doors. Locked from the other side. That one's the equals, so you have to equal the amount of, I guess, unlock for one door, one side and the other. And I think this bathroom is cleaned out. I think there's a monster in here. Yep. I'm just like, yeah, I'm out of here. What is that? Is there a monster in here? Yeah. There's a piece of equipment over there too, but it's like, do I have to go? I'm probably gonna have to go through that monster to get through it. Get to it at least. He's all the way over there in the corner, so it's like, all right, time to go. Some of these monsters I feel like could be conserved for later, so I can level up some of my characters that are lower level, like Zarya and Montgomery, because they've gotten like no play since I started playing this game. Not really. All this blood going towards the water and everything. Rat claw. Look, like they have it for the thing when your weapon, like it used to, they would just gray out the part of your hand. Like they would just be like, oh, right hand, left hand, you know, weapon ranged, and ranged will be grayed out because, you know, the thing bit off my arm. But now they have gnawed off to indicate that that's the arm that you had that one wall bite off. So I mean that's cool, and then you can't use anything in that arm, which makes sense. And I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't want to use the Patchwork Club. I put it on. I saw that as a strategy online. Actually, somebody was like, yo, put like all the patchwork stuff on Papano, and he can do some real damage with the bear hug, which was correct. I feel like if I kept him at full health more often, he would do even more damage than that. Yeah. And then, of course, you know, you got Sophie. I didn't even think that Sophie could equip close range weapons before. So that's cool. And then you got Dan here with the Claymore. I think the rack crown got taken off, so there's a bunch of floating dead bodies down here. I usually avoid coming down here because I feel like the enemies are ridiculously strong. I don't know. At least I think they are. Um, I'm not 100% sure actually, because I've kind of avoided fighting the enemies. But I think the pipe dudes, like these guys right here, which is crazy by the way, that these people just came down here and got transformed. Like this is as far away from the outside as you're going to get, I think. And even in here, there's like affected people and a bunch of dead people, a bunch of dead people. Okay, and then you have this thing over here in the corner. So these are ticks. And I decided I was going to fight this pipe enemy for some reason. Look at that. That is insane. It's like, what do I do? Do I special them or do I just swing for the fences? Because, I mean, stamina don't just grow on trees, man. And I guess I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to go for the gusto. Just hit him with everything. And then do the nitro boost because you never know, right? Like some of these enemies might have like some crazy attack. If anybody out here, anybody listening or watching has ever played Lisa, there's monsters in that game, especially like the joy mutants that will basically they do a lot of damage. They're very tough, they have a lot of health, and in some circumstances, he's not a joy mutant, but in some circumstances, they will just like kill your characters, not even knock them out, but they will kill them. So here's like one of these ticks. I'm not sure what they're draining necessarily, but they're just kind of sitting here, like, I guess draining whatever this thing is. So I figure, okay, I'm just gonna kill all these things and see what happens. Yep, and one hit. Here's the thing that's going to be a recurring theme throughout this playthrough is the main character, my character misses a lot. And I'm not sure if that's a result of him losing one of his arms or I don't know what it is, but yeah, this character starts missing a lot and it gets really irritating. Like there are times where this character misses in moments where you're just like, bro, this is not the time to be missing. Okay, so here's the thing. Those like two spider look, there you go. I just said, what did I just say? Just missed an attack. And so, then we have to deal with him doing the whole blinding jet stream, whatnot. And then here, Hope go swing for the fences again. Yep, Papano killed him. Good job. There's like another thing in here, but they don't look the same as the ones that look like fully grown, like human versions. Like they're like the spider monsters running around. I guess this is a contrast versus like the other area where the music is like super loud. Like I'm not even a huge fan of like that whole area in the basement. It's like boom, 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 boom. I'm just like, all right, man, this is a bit much for me. Like when I got down here, I was like, oh man, this is serious. But then after it's going like booming like that for a little while, I'm like, all right, man. All right, I guess at this point, I was like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm going to go save the game real quick. Because I saw the thing at the bottom of the screen saying that it's time to go save. And I don't like to take risks in this game. I've died way too many times. I've taken way too many risks. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing, me? Why are you continuing in? I guess I decided to be more bold. I'm sorry. I remember part of this playthrough, but I don't remember all the decisions I made. And looking back at this now, I'm like, bro, what are you thinking? Just go save. All right, here's another dangerous area. This is another tick on whatever this is. Please don't miss. Yep, and I missed again. But everybody else hits. And Dan attacks and Dan and Papano did it. Yep, meanwhile, I'm just missing. And there's some enemy that's like popping up in the water here. I remember fighting this enemy before. A drowned body, a floating corpse. That's kind of crazy though. It's like even the dead bodies in here are being morphed. It's like it doesn't matter. Everything's up for grabs when it comes to like the visitor, whatever it is. And of course, look, here it goes. Now it's like looking at us. So there's like If for those of you who don't, you probably remember if you've been watching, but the um, the astronomers, I'm still trying to help them do their whole thing with the getting all the pieces. So far, we have, I think, we got the picture. We got the, oh my God, that is awful. And some of the pipes have faces. Ugh. Yeah, so yeah, I try to keep them stun locked a little bit every once in a while. Try to use my jump attack, especially after Nitro Boost, because you get an agility boost when you use Nitro Boost. Try, am I trying to try to stun him again? Oh, nope, they just came with the slingshot. Probably should have just went ahead for the stun again, because she had enough stamina to do that. So I'm not sure why I went the way I did with that. I should have just unlocked him and let that be the end of it. Dan attacks, up and miss, up and a miss. But he's not really doing anything else that the pipe dudes don't do. It just seems like it has more health and a little bit more like the resistances are different. I think that's one thing in this game that I don't really lean on as much as I should, which is the weaknesses of enemies. And it's not like, unfortunately, it's not like the weaknesses are apparent, you know? It's like there's something you have to kind of know. Like, for instance, if y'all remember during, like, I think it was part 1, when we went to the area with like Joel and his family and everything like that, it's like, oh yeah, these enemies are all weak against, like, was it like piercing or thrust or something like that? And other weapons didn't do as much damage. But you kind of have to just go in and test out the weapons to know for sure what works and what doesn't. And sometimes, I mean, in a game like this, like, regardless of how many characters I have in my team, I'm afraid. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's what strength, what enemy can do whatever move and all that good stuff. I'm constantly on eggshells because I'm not sure what's going to happen, man. I like these ticks. For the first time I encountered them, I was scared. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh yeah, and get all this plastic glove, the hard hat, the clay socks, and I think there's a mop here. And then I think there's one more item. I think the boots. Yeah. So at this point, maybe I'm going to be smart and leave the whole area. We'll see. Nope. Drop down from waterfalls with the action button. Yep. Nope. I am not being smart. I decided to go this way, and then I think I have to go back the other way, and then this is when things start getting crazy. A little crazy, I think. So you get trapped. You gotta hit a switch. Come back down. You feel an urge to run away. Now, usually, I only get the urge to run away when there's like, I'm in the fight with an enemy. But nah, not here. No, it's like out from a distance, I got the urge to run away. So I just started running. And I'm like, all right, well, obviously, it can't follow me all the way in here. I ran a good distance, I think. So I'm like, all right, cool, we're good. It's not following me. Let's keep exploring. Just keep going. At this point, I'm thinking, man, it's getting a little deep in here. Might be a good time to go back and save. But then, of course, ticks. All right, big tick is slain. Dan attacks. Then I don't think Sophie, does she do enough damage to kill this? I think like what I should be sticking with Sophie is, I wish there were more marbles in the game. Like, I'm not sure where I would go to get more marbles. I think I bought a bunch of marbles a while ago. So then I'm coming back down here. There's more pipe man, which is weird because that doesn't look the same as it does on the actual map. I'm thinking it's going to be like some spider head thing straight out of the thing, but nope, it's these guys again. Thank God that was enough to kill it. It's like even if fighting enemies normally, like you're kind of in a situation, explosives, always good to find explosives. I wish there was a way that I can make more of them easily, but you know, then they wouldn't be a rare item. I'm running back. And I ran right past the monster. I don't know why I went back in there. That was not a good idea. And then it comes in again. Lucky me that I was able to move out of the way. That was crazy, man. At this point, I'm like, all right, it's time to go. I'm out of here. I'm ready to leave right now. And so I'm just running, looking for an exit. I don't care that there's a switch there. I want to go home. So then there's a tick. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to fight this tick. Oh, hey, don't kill me. I'm Tickle the Friendly Tick. I'm here to drink blood and make friends. My, you both friendly and positively engorged with blood. I can't believe my luck. Say, got any blood to spare? I can trade you stuff for it. So what can I do for you? I have blood. So depending on how much blood you have, like or how much health you have, he'll drain you all the way down to 1 health. And then like however much depending on how much health you have, he'll give you free friendship points. And I'm just kind of like, okay. So this is kind of a messed up thing because that monster that was following us around can appear in this area. So if you get unlucky, I'm right here, I'm deciding about whether or not I want to keep going and just put everybody down to 1 health. And I end up putting everybody down to 1 health eventually because I'm greedy. And I really wanted that ring. I really wanted the ring. I was like Gollum, you know? My precious. Don't hurt us. Yep, 3 friendship points. Yep, I got spare blood. And then I just drained everybody. I just like was like, all right, everybody is gonna take a hit on this. Yep. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, whatever, bro. 9 friendship points, and I think I got enough friendship points here to buy the ring that he offers. I think honestly, as soon as I get enough blood drain to get all the items he has, I'm gonna kill this tick. I'm definitely going to kill this tick. Yep, and then I went and bought the crimson ring. Yeah, I'm gonna get all of these. The blood cop. Like some blood. See, now it's like, dang, do I really want to do that if I can buy blood clot bombs? I should probably get like a good stock of blood clot bombs and then kill him. And so look, there's an enemy right there, just ready to destroy my whole playthrough right there at the exit. And that's what this game does, man. It tries to throw stuff like that at you. And I'm just trying to figure out a way to like heal myself without breaking the bank on the healing items I got. And I just used a bunch of bandages. I'm like, forget it. And then here it comes immediately, like right after I got out of the menu. Now, if I had jumped down there and had 1 health and hadn't immediately gone over and started healing, this thing would have killed me. It would have probably killed me. Here we go. Animus. Oh boy. And Dan is blinded and just, I don't know. Yeah, jump attack. Everybody just do your best, just attack. My only issue, I wish Sophie had more, what do you call that? More stamina. But I think there's a weapon I get later that actually can give her more stamina at the cost of, it might be of her health, maybe? Man, this is rough. Like, fighting this enemy, and see, this enemy would have killed us if I was at 1 health when I started this fight. Just easily. Please kill it. Please die. Animus. Ambush, not enough. But it was stunned, so you're good. Just keep going. Just swing for the fences at this point. Gosh, this one seems tougher than the last one. Alright, well, it only did like 3 damage, so it's got a lot of health, but it's like I'm not using like the right weapons against it, so this is taking a lot longer than it should. There you go. Decent amount of experience. And I think the big monster's down here somewhere. Yep, look, there he is. Yep, and he's moving towards us. And we're going to go back all the way up to the, what do you call that? To the apartment complex, to the apartment, because yeah, at this point it's halfway through the day. The characters are like kind of tired, and you could use some food. I like the food thing in here. I guess it's a good way to regain your stamina. I just wish there were other ways to regain stamina. And this is a part where I was just like, oh, great. See, I just knew that was going to happen with one of those like shadowed monsters, like coming out of nowhere trying to kill me. Level 14, Dan is level 8. Nice. Go over and talk to Sybil real quick. So what's new? Anything interesting happen? Then I made another save file. Wasn't anything too stressful then. Have a good evening. I'm like, sure, Sybil, sure. Not stressful at all. Then I got the roaches here. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen with the roaches eventually. Maybe they can help me. They actually offer to pay the rent later, and I'm just kind of like, nah, you got to do that. We ain't paying rent to nobody anymore. There's nobody left to pay rent to. See, now here's the thing that I like that they did. It used to be, if y'all remember, from like the first couple parts, that like the rat baby would have to be fed separately from everybody else, which made no sense to me. And I think they changed it so you just feed everybody, which is way better. It's like, you have to choose between feeding your friends or feeding the rat baby. It's like, what? Like, I can't just give the rat baby a portion of food separate from everybody else, like you would normally do for other people? Come on, man. All right. So I'm wondering what's going through my head right now. Because at this point, I think like I'm just like walking around, probably trying to talk to roaches. Because like later on in the playthrough, what I do is I actually switch out, I think, Sophie and Dan for Zarya and Montgomery. But that's not till later, I don't think. Oh, and we just went right back out. I don't know if I went all the way back down to the basement, though. I might have, though. I think like some of the paths to like opening up other parts of the apartment are down here, and it gets kind of risky down here. Oh, did I reopen up the ground floor? And this is when I started like wondering. I'm like, bro, how is it that you figure like what is the scheme behind the unlocking system for this game? Because I was like, wait, I don't get it. Because I thought it was the placement for the like where it is in the solar system. Like, number 1 would be like maybe if they had a Mercury one. I guess 2 would be like, what would that be? Would that be Mars? What is the second planet from the sun? I know third, like of course, like Earth is 3rd, and I think Mars is 4th. So I can't remember like what oh man, because I'm pretty sure Mercury is the closest. So I think, was it Venus, or I can't remember. It might be Venus or Jupiter or something like that. So it's basically one of the planets that is like uninhabitable, pretty much. Unwrapped gift box here, and I just went ahead and unwrapped it. I'm like, yo, this is mine now. I don't care what's in it. Receive an elixir. An elixir is always good. I have like a couple of elixirs, which I'm probably still going to have by the end of the game because I'm not going to use any of it. And then I'm looking here at the wallet and I'm like, man, I really want to take that wallet. Comfortable belt, has eggs. Yeah, I should do that for Sophie. I think like when I play the next session, I'm going to go back and buy that. I'm going to buy that and the lockpick. Ostentatious headgear that provides protection, but also attracts attention from foes. $60. It's not even that much. How much is the whatchamacallit? Like, go. Oh, this is Auntie Wilma's crossword challenge, a hardcore challenge, crossword video game for experts only. What is this? It looks like a bootleg. Let's see. What is this? That a chainsaw? Yes, chainsaw. Cuts through monsters like butter. Need a supply of gasoline to keep it working. It's yours for $200. $1 off. Can you imagine? And I think I just eventually end up leaving. There's a lockpick over there that you can get. Man, this like plant sludge stuff is everywhere. And they're like, oh, the door image of the planet Saturn is etched into the door handle. Which I'm like, okay, well, why are there so many slots here? The shipping room. Locked. This is locked from the other side. Then I think we go up here to talk to Jasper for a bit. Bling, 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 bling. Have an offering. At this point, I was like, oh man, did I do the offering for the other stuff yet? And it's like, wait, I got the painting, I got the photograph. Photo envelope, does this hold the, okay. And then it's like, I have another offering, I'll give him the painting here. Carrying bag for canvas. Did someone paint the visitor's image? Very good. Starting to learn, like, you start learning stuff about the about some of the astronomers, especially when you go down to the basement, which makes me trust them a little less. Number 29 is etched into the door handle. This is when I start getting like, yo, what is the logic behind this? Because I'm sitting here like, I don't get it. I'm not sure. So I think at one point, like, I go and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. I'm definitely going to figure out what is the logic behind this unlock mechanism. And lock janitor's closet. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if we can get into that convenience store at some point. All right, then I got to go back here and get the Mars and the Earth disk. Oh, and then I end up giving the Crimson Ring to somebody. I feel like it wouldn't have actually hurt too bad if I had taken the Crimson Ring for myself. It's just been like Gollum. Just kept the precious for myself. We want to keep it for ourselves. Teeth pendant. I don't think I gave him this teeth pendant. I think I was kind of like, yo, take anything but that. Like, I think that's a cool, like, a cool thing. Like, but, I mean, it's basically like, at that point, you're just hoping that you don't get hit. You know? Your defense is so, like, basically zero. And I remember at one point I was swinging and I would just get mercy killed by enemies. Oh yeah, and then I come back in here, walking around. And this is when I start delving a little deeper into the basement to try to find, wow, that guy followed me far. Other paths to go in this, in the water and stuff. Yep, here we go. This is where I killed the last tick. And I think the monster followed me in there. And I was like, wow, there's no way he's going to be able to fit in here. And I go into this room that's a dead end. And then I go down to the bottom and then look, here he comes. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, no problem. He can't go like over the thing. And it's like, okay. It looked like he was about to come onto the grate. Like he was about to jump on the grate up there with me and then like start fighting. But he just got close, like, which was cool. Well, it wasn't cool that he got close, but it's cool that he couldn't go past that either, because that would have made me very sad. Very, very sad. And I mean, at this point, it's just me running through the basement, just hoping that I don't run into that enemy again. I don't know. I think I have the one explosive, but I don't want to necessarily use that if I can avoid fighting by just running away. Oh yeah, and then I look up here and it's like, oh wait, these things are down now because of the switch. It's a new area. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go more north. That's an enemy that doesn't look like he should be messed with, so I'm gonna just go around him. And then here's an area with like a bunch of like people, kind of like that bar with like the dude that takes the cassette tapes. It's another person with like that are just made of eyes. There's another character like that in the bar too, but I think he's red. Creature shrugs. Strange creature playing a guitar. Creature shrugs. He's no like he's like I don't know what. He's like, you know what happened to me. Enormous undulating mass of flesh covered with moths with sharp fangs. It approaches, scores of tubular limbs sucking at the floor like siphons. A hiss of hair whistles through its sharp teeth that it appears to smell you. A repulsive blue tongue licks your arm. It seems to consider something for a moment, then moves away. The enormous monster is ignoring you. Hello! The monster seems... Oh, okay. I guess I was reading really fast. Several tongues extend out a few maws. Okay. Yeah. Basically, nothing happened. And this guy... Nice to finally meet you, Amazing. You've had quite a few adventures, huh? I'm Placide. That guy looks crazy. Ha ha ha. Wondering how I know your name? I got eyes and ears all over the place. My guts run all over the building. I fuse with the building's entire water distribution system. The main furnace has gone rogue, but I still have even enough smaller ones to do the job. The main furnace has gone rogue? You have me to thank for these hot showers you've been having. It's a thankless job, but I'm good at it. See anything interesting? Oh yeah, well, I have good view of the bathrooms for the most part. Yikes. Most tabs give you a view of the sink, not super exciting. Toilets are even worse, just the darkness from inside the water tank. It's a thankless job. Extend 8 pipes all the way into the St. Lawrence River. I run those bad boys through a carbon filter and boil it in 4 stages, just in case some otherworldly gunk found its way in there. Yep, you don't even need one of them little tap water filter attachments anymore, not when you got a real pro in the job. And I think he's one of the custodians. I'm a master plumber and licensed water heater installer. I was working on this building systems with 4 journeymen. Oh, this building's an old refurbished hotel and it's an extremely archaic system. I wanted them to get some experience, see? 3 of them came back from a smoke break looking real pale. They attacked a few minutes later when we were working. Then those flexible pipes wriggled them out of them like worms. They got me real bad. When I got here, I looked like a tangle of broken pipes. I went to rest on the furnace here that I'd set up some of my tools and, well, you know the rest. Need anything? I got everything I need, son. All right, well. Yeah, that's, yeah. And then there's a bunch of people here just playing cards. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this seems more like it seems like the bar, but you know, it's like, I guess there's like a they're just more like a refuge for everybody who I guess couldn't make it topside. Nothing to say, I'm studying nature sciences at CE, GEP, didn't expect my degree to become obsolete overnight. Yikes. Human sciences wanted to be a psychologist. I might need to rethink that career choice now that half my brain doesn't understand boundaries. I understand them just fine. I just don't respect them, Jesus. Was working through art degree with a focus on writing. I guess that's still worth something. I haven't really played poker before this. I'm not supposed to gamble. I haven't been doing so well. I play online a little. My condition isn't helping. What can I say? Lady Luck's on my side. I'm a natural. I'm gonna have to come back and do this at some point. I'm good, thanks. Nothing here, all good. I need you to put your head in my mouth. Don't do that. There's treasure in there, adventurer. Just teeth and death. Wow. Another extra roach to add to the collection. Oh, there's another door here with the herbicide. I need to come back and do that too. I think you need vinegar. If there's some place I can get vinegar from, I need to go find that. It's just like, I feel like what I what I should have did was I used my um, vinegar for. I mean, I used my herbicide to make bombs, and I probably should have used a little bit, like not used too many of those to like I should have used more of those to like actually open the herbicide doors. Herbicide not involved here. Soup Kitchen past 2 years. I'm always happy to chat. Who are the others you want to know about? The guitarist. That's Robert. He lost his voice, the poor lad. He had a beautiful singing voice. I've walked past his busking spot for years. A real shame. He's still figuring out how to play the guitar with those wiggly fingers he's got. He'll get there, I'm sure. Who do you want to know about? Thing with the teeth. Ah, Michael. It breaks my heart to see him like this. He looks scary, but he wouldn't hurt a fly. We're safe with him. Don't worry. I saw him every time I got my mail. He worked at the post office. He wrote this beautiful poetry in such weird words. We were running for shelter and he went back to get his dog. He came back as this, well, you see. He doesn't really talk, just mutters. We gave him some chalk to write with, but he ate it. He must be so scared, so confused. I'll still care for him as long as I can. He might still be in there somewhere. Wow. Well, even if he's completely gone, we can't just push him away. As long as he's not a threat to us, we'll care for him. Big furnace. That's Placide. He helped us find our way here. Seems to have become one with this building's water pipes somehow. Yeah, well, can you do something about Rafta? She's a menace. He's been making sure the whole building is still supplied with water. He has a hell of a story to tell. Just ask him. Card game players. Those three are students. They were going for their morning courses when this began. Ran into the building with us. Okay. Well, that's about it. How'd you end up here? When it began, I thought it was some kind of earthquake, screaming in the streets, police sirens, car crashes. I saw people get dragged into a sewer, a man get devoured by a police car, a woman split in two, both halves crawling away like crabs. I thought I was going mad. Like, that is crazy. By the time I was inside, I turned into this, some kind of bird. 12 of us made it here. And no, I haven't tried flying. It's tempting, but I think I'd break every bone in my body. The wings are not helping my back problems either. A lot of mold growing south of here. Be careful about that. Seems dangerous. Some folks with us went down there to see, and they didn't come back. Go up north and you reach the underground parking. Dangerous place. Lots of scary things wandered in. Oh, God. Can I have some of the soup? Yeah. Sit with them and have some soup. We're all out of soup for now, dearie. Come back tomorrow. Okay. It's pretty legit. Like they heal you a good amount. All right, into. Hear a small chirp. Yeah, that's just bugs. Some more junk. Some more junk. Whole lot of junk. More junk. Sometimes you won't, like, you look in the trash and you don't find junk. Sometimes you find something useful. Like Puricare. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy, another one of the astrologists. Beryl. I like Beryl. Hello, I'm Beryl. You're on the 3rd floor, right? Seen you before. Glad you're still alive. I'm looking for something that's not really safe. What you doing down here? He talks like I type. Well, there's the underground parking path here, but it's pretty dangerous. Whole lot of gunk all over the place. And the people there turn into some of the gnarliest things I've seen yet. I've been looking for something, but I'm not sure what. It's complicated. I think it's nearby, though. I had a dream of a guardian with a glass eye quietly watching the skies, recording it all. At first, I thought I was looking for a telescope, but nah, that's not it. And then a security camera, but most of the security cameras here are inside. And here's the problem. To see if there's a recording outside, we need to look at the security footage first. And if we do that, we get exposed to the visitor. So what can we do? We need someone to watch it for us. And who'd do something like that? Well, if you figure something out, talk to Jasper. Did you look outside? No way. You seen what it does to people? It's bad, dude. Really bad. We're the amateur astronomers, I guess. There's only 4 of us now. We're gathering records, pictures, anything of the visitor to try to make meaningful contact with it, which I don't agree with. Studying the visitor is incredibly dangerous. We've lost a few. Our founder, Sybil, and Edwin. God forbid Jasper is taken from us as well. I'm like, yeah, it's like, why are you guys doing this? I don't really wholly agree with trying to make contact with the visitor. Meaningful contact? Our founder, when she was with us, had a theory about the visitor. She thought the effects it had on observers were failed attempts at communication. She spent months observing it, trying to establish communication as it came closer and closer. Unfortunately, she observed it through telescope. I'm like, geez. So that's why. Oh man, yeah. So that's Sybil. Her attempts at communication ruined her, and in the end, she had nothing to show for it. She just grew less sane and human by the day. What we're doing now is based on some of her final notes. Probably won't work, but what else can we lose? It's the end of the world. Dang. What happened to Edwin? Edwin wasn't a full member of the group, but he was a great help. He'd been an amateur astronomer for a long time, owns a lot of useful equipment. He was the first person our founder went to after she discovered the visitor. As time passed, he grew reclusive. We could still borrow equipment for a time. We haven't heard from him in a month now. We presume the worst. Yep, that's good because I killed him. Jasper's still with us. He only had a tiny peek at the visitor through a filtered telescope. I don't know if that's safe either. They didn't fully understand the effects of the visitor at the time, unfortunately. Though he's certainly changed since looking at the visitor, I think what really changed him was losing Sybil. I don't think she knew how much she meant to him. He was trying so hard to keep her alive, keep her together, as her mind and body betrayed her. What? Sybil, she's my neighbor. Your neighbor? That doesn't make any sense. Sybil is gone. She lived in apartment 12 on the first floor. Maybe you're talking about another Sybil. I knew her a little, but she was already afflicted when I first spoke to her. She left quite an impression on me, but only Jasper really knew her out of all of us. She was the first of us, perhaps even among all of humankind, to ever lay eyes on the visitor. Unfortunately, she paid dearly for it. Jasper said she observed the visitor for months and it had devastating effects on her. Dang. There's nothing left of her but this awful sludge everywhere. So that's Sybil, huh? Then who is that in the apartment next to me? If Sybil's gone, then who have I been talking to for like the past like half a month? Table fork, those are good. Good to destroy people. And tires attacking. What? Okay. See this. Oh, and I couldn't escape. Bro, that is crazy looking. God, man. Papano just up. Damage, bleeding heavily. And of course, I missed. Bro, what is going on with my aim? Like, I need to check my accuracy stat. Like, the next time I play, I'm going to check the accuracy stat on the main character and see what's going on. Because he misses a lot right now. Maybe the weapon I'm using is like a low accuracy weapon or something. I don't know. Looking at this now, I shouldn't have like been like just swinging with Sophie. Should have probably just used like marbles, but my only issue is where do I get more marbles from? Because the gunslinger dude that comes to sell guns, I don't know if he always like carries marbles, if at all. Oh yeah, some of these cones here, sludge everywhere. On the bottom. I'm wondering is the like what you call it down here, the video recording room, like the security room, because that's my ultimate goal. Because I'm like, I think we got like, I think what did they say, you needed like 4 things in order for us to solve the issue, the mystery of the visitor. We got 2 right now. We got a photo, we got the painting, and if you get the videotape, that'll be 3. So then you got to find 1 more, and we basically got 7 days, 6 or 7 days to figure it out, to get 1 more, to get like 1 or 2 more pieces. Like, you just got to figure it out though. Is that a stun? I would just stun it. Well, I don't know why I'm clicking all over the place. Just stun it like you normally do. Stop trying to be fancy. Just stun it. Bleeding heavily. Yep, now he's stunned. See, there you go. Now you don't take damage. Still stunned. Now it's no longer stunned, but he loses one of his. I don't know why I spend my time like clicking around like, oh, what am I going to do? Why? What am I going to do? Should I stun it? Yes. If anybody's ever seen the show Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys, there's a part of the game. It's like at the very beginning of the show, and at this point I was like, bro, I hear a car revving. Is that what I think it is? And it was. It's an alive car. The car is alive. It is there's things are coming. Like now, cars are alive. tires are alive, like the cones are alive. I was like, bro, this police car is definitely alive. Look at that. And it's driving fast. And I was like, bro, it's time to get out. It's time to get out. Like, go back and save the game. Yes, sir. Go back and save the game. Because no, I'm not risking my life like this. Unlock the door. And this brings you back to like the basement. So it's like kind of a roundabout way. I don't think you necessarily have to use, what am I doing? Bro, get out of here. Then it's like, now you don't have to use the long way around to get back through the sewers to get to the exit or something like that. You can just say, hey, I'm just going to turn around and leave. I'm not sure exactly what I was doing here at the time. I was considering my options, I think. I think around this time, I was kind of thinking, I'm like, yo, I need to figure out like the logic behind the, oh, okay, cool. Like, I need to figure out the logic behind these locks with the discs. It's just kind of like exploring the nearby area. Then I was like, oh, this guy's down here. Forget it. We're out. You're a small chirp. And more bugs. And then this is like an area that I was like, yeah, this looks dangerous. And the thing is I could have stayed down here. I think that's one of the things I like about this game is that in order for time to pass, you have to enter a new area. So any of the areas you've been to before, they don't make time pass. The only way you can make time pass is by entering a new area or going back home and playing video games or taking a shower or cooking. So outside of the apartment, the only way really is to explore more of the apartment complex, which I appreciate. Because can you imagine if like there was like a constant like actual real-time clock running? It would be really difficult, I think. But then I don't know. It'd be really difficult, but at the same time, maybe it'd be easier. But then how do you clock that, right? So I think this is the easiest way for them to like keep track of your time. Run back. That should be about 500 experience. All right, 420. All right. Nobody leveled up, though. Well, that's a shame. Then go talk to Sybil, in quotation marks. It's almost like, yo, who are you? Suppose it could obtain the security room, but that seems so dangerous, so off limits. They've turned into cars, huh? Sure they did. That's right. Mock the next door shut-in and tell her silly things. So what did you really see down there? Wow, wow, her eye looks like completely unimpressed. Wow. Gingerly pet their grotesque little heads. Yeah, it's almost the end of the day at this point. I think at this point I ended up playing a video game, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point it was like, you know what, I'm going to play a video game and try to earn some more skills. Yep. 8 video games. Yeah, I think around this time I ended up playing like the Honko's Grand Journey game, I think. God, you can still hear them playing that music in the other room. Oh my goodness. Yep, Honko's Grand Journey. Just do it. You know what to do. I think Joel is a fan of this game. Cute seafaring adventure game where you play as a little orb guy trying to rescue his family. Seems like it's about sailing or something. Oh no, Honko's kids have been kidnapped by pirates. You have to sail the sea searching for clues of where to find them. It often involves treasure maps or ship battle. The gameplay is fairly simple, but the exploration is fun. Joel is familiar with the Honko character. Apparently he's got a popular cartoon show and has been in a few more games. This game is kind of fun. Plus 20 experience, plus 15 calm, plus 2 morale. I don't know what morale necessarily does. Play for 2 hours. You feel smelly. You hear a knock at the door. You know, I always get nervous whenever there's a knock at the door. I don't really spend a whole lot of time in the apartment complex. Teenager holding a square box stands in front of the door. It smells like pizza. What will you do? Ah, yeah, you order a large all-dressed pizza. See, now here's the thing. All right, hi. I'm at the right place, I think. I got a large all-dressed pizza. It'll be $10. How's business? I don't know. I just have a lot of pies to deliver, so I guess business must be good. It's a bit of a blur. I feel like I've been on the shift forever. I don't even remember driving here. I just, what were we talking about? I shouldn't be talking this much on the job. Got a lot more work to do. It'd be $10. I was about to be like, I didn't order pizza, but I'm like, yeah, just give me the pizza. I'm like, you know what? You're risking your life. Here's a $6 tip. All right. And I actually went to look at the pizza because I'm like, wait a minute, is this actually pizza? But it looks like oh, I didn't realize. Like the first time I saw this, I thought it was just one slice, but it's 8 slices of pizza. That is great. That's about a large pizza, I would say. Like, I mean, especially if you just got 8 large slices. And here's the thing. Okay, all right. I thought that I had the mushrooms were like separate, but they're actually stacked. Because I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, I thought I had more than one mushroom. You do have more than one mushroom. More than one mushroom. They're just stacked on top of each other. I thought for certain the first time I picked them up that they were separate in the inventory, and I immediately ran to go take a shower. I was like, nah, bro, not like this. Think back on the little projection. Wonder what that place was for. Maybe if you had some projector slides to use. See, now, here's the thing. At this point, this is the point I think where I'm just like, all right, I definitely need to go and figure out what the scheme behind these whatchalls are, these discs are. And I was like, well, maybe I can go back in and go to Vincent's place and check it out and see what it is. Because at this point, I had no idea what the code was. I was like, it's like I said, I thought it was based on where they were in the solar system, but that was completely off. Completely off. So I was just like, all right, let's go back in here and let's actually put the discs on the thing and see what happens. So the disk-shaped object here, I think it was the sun disk first. Tilt the head forward, then I went and actually read it. Now here, sun orbiting are 8 planets and so far 5 dwarf planets. So that's 13, I think. So that's 13. Like, it's like, the thing is like after a while, like, so it's, what it is like when they say 3, right? Or third planet solar system, the moon is in its orbit, right? So that's Earth, and then swap disk, and then did I do Mars after this? The sun disk. I went back to check the sun disk for no reason, and then I'm like, wait, let me check to see if it switches to something else. See if it's, at this point I hadn't figured it out yet, you know. But like, spoilers, basically the way it works is that it's not the position or when it was discovered, it's how many things are orbiting it, the total number of things that are orbiting it. So for the sun, it's 8 planets and 5 dwarf planets, so that's 13. So for Earth, the only thing that orbits it is our moon, so that's 1. For, I think it's Mars, I think it has 2 moons, right? Yeah, Phobos and Deimos. So that's two moons. So that's how you get 3 when you're trying to open the ground floor. It's the 2 moons of Mars and the 1 moon of Earth equals 3, and that opens up the door. And so, yeah, and then the 4 projection. At this point, I'm still trying to figure it out. Switch slides. I'm like, wait, what else do I got to do here? Oh. Yeah, the Mars disk. Then I started switching slides, and then I was like, wait, what is this? It's just a golf thing. Picture of a golf course, and then you change it to another thing, and it's like the picture of a golf court or something like that. Yep, golf court. So, yeah, at this point, I'm just like, okay, empty slide. Let me go back. Which slides? I think it was like I started inserting the discs again, I think at some point. Then I go to the Pluto, and then I think, what is that like? 9? Oh, it's 5 moons. It's 5 moons. I think Pluto 5, Neptune is 28, and I think Jupiter is 95, and Venus is none. Then insert the disc. Yep, and Uranus is 28, I think. Yeah, 28 moons. And I think this is when I was just like, oh, okay, I think I got it now, you know? Because at that point, I was just kind of like, wait, hold on. And I'm like, why were you leaving without the disc? Why are you leaving without it? Oh, it was to go test the whatchamacallit, like on the ground floor, I think. I was like, oh, let me test my theory if this is the case. So I went back, I think I went to the ground floor, and then I went downstairs, and it was like, okay, so if this is the truth, then 1 and 3, right? This shaped object. And I went to go check the door to see what the number was, because it should be 3. Ground locked, number 3 is in the handle. And then, of course, 1 moon. Yep. And then I was just like, yep, 1 moon on the Earth and 2 moons on Mars is 3. So that's the thing. It's the amount of thing, not necessarily moons, but the amount of celestial bodies orbiting a given thing. So then I was like, all right, I felt really good actually, because I was like, I was really considering just going to look it up because I was getting impatient. I didn't really think about using the projector to actually look at the slides that they were that they gave us. I was just like, oh, well, I should be able to figure it out or intuit it. I was not able to intuit it. This is information that unless you had before you started playing the game, there is no way that you would have known this without looking at the discs. You would have to have looked at the discs, unless you were like, somebody who's an astronomer yourself and you actually know about all the planets, how many moons they have, how many things are orbiting around the sun and all of that. Like, if you know that before you start playing the game, you're good. But if you're like me and you don't, then you're basically just like fumbling around in the dark, hoping the answer comes to you in a bolt of lightning, which it doesn't. You gotta actually be smart, like probably most of the other people who played this game, and look at the slides and see how much see what the deal is with them. So we go back here to the first floor, and I'm kind of like, all right, this is Sybil's door. This is Sybil's house. Sybil's original apartment. The first floor, apartment 12, because there's 13. So I needed some herbicide. Didn't have no herbicide, so we're kind of out of luck. Yep. So, man, those things like the hand monsters just kind of staying there all flattened and dead is crazy to me, man. It's kind of creepy. So I go back to the basement. I think there was a couple of doors down here that I could open. I need to figure this one out because it's like the equal sign. And it's kind of like, what can I do? How can I equal that out? How can I balance that equation? I need to think about that. Might need more, another one of the slides or something. This is like me going back up to the higher floors. It's kind of insane because it's like, wow, man, like that is kind of nuts. Like the way this game is and how crazy it is, with like something as simple as this that I completely overlooked. I was just like, oh, okay, well, I used it to, get the picture of the whatchamacallit, of the what do you call that? To get the thing of the visitor. The only thing is that who am I gonna get to watch that video? Because I'm probably not gonna be able. If Lyle was still around, I could probably get Lyle to do it, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna do it. Yep, 5 moons. I guess this was the time when I was trying to memorize everything, so I was just like 5 moons for Pluto, 28 for Uranus, 95 I think it is for Jupiter, and 0 for Venus. Yeah, no moons orbit Venus. Yeah, Jupiter. I think Jupiter's 95. Yep, 95 moons. That's a lot, man. That is like a whole lot. I'm not even sure how you would get all that. I'm not even sure. Is there? I mean, is there a door even in this entire game that has that? Unless like you have like the negative disc, which the negative disc I think, like according to one of like there's a console here in the game that does like minus 10. So if you have a I think I know how to get to that thing in the basement now. I think what you do is you take the negative disc, which is a negative, like you'll see later. It's like on a -10 on one of these consoles. So it might does -10. You put that um, with Jupiter, which is no, not Jupiter. What's the other one? I think it's Uranus. I think because Uranus has 28, I think. So you put Uranus down there for 28. Then you have that you put that with the negative disk to Uranus. That's 28. You negative disk makes it 18. Then you put the what's that? Geez, the Pluto and the Sun together, and that should equal that should balance out the equation. And I tried it here, and I wasn't really thinking about like I didn't know that the negative disk at the time because I didn't learn this until later on in this playthrough that I was like, oh wait, like if you do this, then the negative disk does this, you know. And I think we're about to get to a part that I really don't like in this game. Not because like it's a bad part, it's like the game is bad at this part, but it's a part of the game where I was just like, oh man, this stinks, you know? And I was trying to figure this out, and I was just like, yeah, it's not balancing there's no way to balance this out, you know, without, of course, at this time, you know, you'll have an unknown, things you don't know that you don't know, which is that the negative disk itself has a value of its own, whether it's a negative value or not. And I think like, yeah, like I went back into the ground floor. I'm trying to remember what I actually did here. I think there's something important I did here on the ground floor. This fiery hand monster. I need to go kill that guy. And then I went in here, like I'd already been in here already. And I mean, this gunk is everywhere. And I'm like, where's the source of it though, is the big question for me. And Nestor's in here, still alive, which is good. Glad you're still alive, Nestor. It's occupied. There's somebody that's been in the bathroom this entire time. You know, I mean, if you're gonna be in the bathroom, I'd be sitting there with a shotgun or something. Like Mr. Henderson was. Okay, and so number 29. So I think this is Uranus plus the Earth gets you the unlock on this. And then I was like, oh geez, this is going to be kind of irritating to do because in order to even be on this floor, I have to give up the Mars and the Earth. So I'm like, oh geez, what do I do? Trying to avoid that monster there. I'm like, And I think at this point I was like, all right, well, I'm probably gonna have to take these, and then I'll just go back to the basement and see what shakes loose. Or just go the complete opposite direction to the basement and go to floor 1. Did I find anything on floor 1? I don't think I did. I think I ended up going back to Eugene's place right now. And I'm like, oh, John's here. Wait, no, this is the wrong apartment. And go to Eugene's place, and I think I bought something like a... What does he even have here anymore? Oh, he has herbicide over there, too. Did I buy that? Oh, yeah, I definitely bought that because I haggled for it. And I was like, wait, let me put use some minty chewing gum real quick. But it didn't work because my breath already smelled good. Then I only had to pay like 31 bucks. I was like, yeah, I'll buy herbicide for 31 bucks, no problem. I should have bought the rest of that stuff too, because I think there's some vinegar and stuff that I can use to make more herbicide. I need to go back and do that. That's definitely on the list. There's so many things that I gotta get done in order to, like, you know, make a dent in this game, I think. Did I haggle, or did I just... I probably should have bought that soap. I don't know what I was thinking. Foolish. You should have bought the soap, sir. I don't know what you were thinking. You should have just went ahead and bought the soap. Need to get this fully clean, bro. And John, thank you for saving me. Did you stop growing? Think so. Haven't any new heads in a while. Thanks for saving so much. Yeah, because I mean, it could have. What you could have done is probably destroyed the core of John, and then like that would have been the end of John. Like John would have died. And the thing is like so many people like died because of that, you know, which is insane. Like so many people like came in there probably like, hey, you sound like you need help, and then was like they were like killed by those giant tentacles. Like just. Basically, the best thing to do is oh yeah, the spare key. I'm just leave that in there. I think like the best thing you can possibly do in this game, in my opinion, is to, if I was a person living in this world, which I wouldn't want to be, would be to just stay inside. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. Just stay inside. Because it's just too dangerous. It's too dangerous. Class socks and cleaner X. What do you even get from this? Is this a gas bomb? Yeah, a gas bomb. And I think like I was just like, I was trying to find a way to make more herbicide, and like I wasn't finding any way to make new herbicide. So I was like, all right, well, that sucks. I don't have the proper things in order to make herbicide with. I think you need vinegar for herbicide, I think, if I remember correctly. It looks like use a gas bomb. I was like, what? It said eat them. Wouldn't that be crazy if like the only reason you keep the roaches in there is to eat them? So, I mean, do they even have any nutritional value in this game? I think that's something I need to like look into. And I came back down here for some reason. Just keep going down to the basement, I think, at this point. I think I avoided fighting that big monster down there when I went to the basement again. Oh yeah, there's bugs in there. Still haven't figured out the equation at that point yet. All right. I guess it's like we just gotta risk it all and get. I think at this point I was just like, yo, I'm not fighting no cars. I ain't fighting no cars. You can pop a wheelie all you want. I'm not fighting you. I'm not trying to fight no cars, bro. No thanks. What's in here? Oh, there's a what you call it, like a key, and then there's like a what you call first aid kit. I always hate that there's like those closets or never have anything in them. That kind of stinks. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just have to make a beeline past this police car. Go, 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 go! Oh, and then they have the police truck. That enemy right there is tough. It's getting late. You should probably go back home and sleep. It's now night. And then there's that crazy looking thing over there in the corner. I'm like, bro, what even is this? Oh, here's the elevator. And there's a monster in here. Elevator thing. Like, what even is this? This is just a thing preventing the elevator from working, which is wild, by the way. I was like, yo, we might as well go ham at the very beginning. Hide, do your thing, irate intro, like, let's go. Sophie's hidden. Let's do nitro boost. Let's get it cracking. Viewership increased. Up, and then the evasion from the nitro boost. You know what it is. Jump attack. Bear hug again. Yep. Stun. Like, oh, so like I was saying, Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys, it's like, there's like when the aliens that transform, they're like a bunch of like, there's like a couple of apes, a chimpanzee, you know, a monkey, and they're all like given like super like intelligence by some aliens. And, but the aliens are pacifists. And so they have like, you know, like if you have phasers, set phasers to stun on Star Trek, what they do is you look at the gun and all it does is like all the settings, like there are like 4 or 5 different settings and all of them are stun. And like the spider monkey is like, yeah, let's see here. Stun, 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 and stun. Wow, they really don't want us to hurt anybody, do they? It's like they are definitely pacifists. Elevator thing. Vicious remarks. Oh yeah, and then the Papano sharing his lunch, man. That is clutch. I wish I had used that more, like in the past. I don't know why I didn't. Especially when I was like out and about and like I wasn't close to the house and I really wanted to like keep on pushing, but my characters didn't have like all of the health that I wish that they had. I just gotta remember to use that in the future. Calm down, cleave, meltdown, freak out. Wow, see? Missing. Absolutely roasted. And then, oh wow. She ambushed the... Wow, that was a decent amount of damage, actually. Good job, Sophie. Tonic found. Oh yeah, and then I fixed the elevator. Where to? 3rd floor. And then boom, you're back up to the 3rd floor. Now this makes it so you don't have to go through the ground floor locked door in order to like get around the apartment complex anymore to get down to the ground floor. It's a little bit more tricky, but I would prefer this over like having to use my 2 discs in order like just have them sitting there in that door doing nothing, basically just keeping the door open. You unlock it, and this leads back to the parking lot, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be here. Yep, I turned around and immediately left. It's like this thing over here, and I was like, all right, well, I'm walking away now. Hey, over here. Gaston, is that USB Papano? We're coming for you. Papano, thank God you're alive. We'll find a way up, Gaston. Can't help him from here. He's out of your reach. So I was like, okay, so how do we get up there? So I'm figuring, okay, he must be on like the 1st floor or the ground floor, I think. And then it puts you on the other side of this wall here. And I'm like, okay, go down here. This is just a room. And oh yeah, and I was like, oh boy, they got food in here. I remember looking, I'm like, wait a minute, there's three refrigerators in here. Look at that. take all the food, loot the fridge. Yeah, frozen fish, loot the fridge. Can of beans, loot the fridge. Yeah, I didn't even look at that. I think there's bread and beef. I don't know. And then we have to go back and save Gaston, of course. And then look, immediately gets pulled in. You hear it jingling, oversized keyring gets stuck on the monster's tooth. And this was the part I was talking about. I did not like this. Because I'm like, it's sometimes you feel like, oh, I can save people. But I feel like for the most part, if you see somebody out here and they're in distress and they're like, you know, at the end of their rope, like they're getting messed up, they're about to be eaten by something, chances are you are not going to be able to help them at all. You're just not going to be able to help them. And I wish it was different. I wish you were able to actually help, but you're just not able to help them. So it stinks, but you know, that's just the reality of the way the game is. Because 9 times out of 10, I think like enemies they're just like, janitor's crying, janitor's blinded. Look, and he's like in there. Look, you can see his face. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna attack the janitor. Like I'm trying to like save his life, you know? So here I'm gonna just like stun the wormhead and just do cutting remarks. Absolutely roasts him. Papano goes for what's called bear hug, 212, plays the trick, wormhead is stunned. Wormhead is still stunned. And look, now he's like extending out of it, and it's like, dude, like you like, not only can you not save him, right? The monster ate him and then like absorbed him like something out of the thing, you know? And like immediately incorporated him into its body. And look, like then it extends even more. Like, look at this. Like he's part of it now. Like that whole thing with Mr. Henderson, when those like hand monsters got in his body, bro, like you just can't save anybody unless they come to your door and they're already not a monster. Then like, yeah. And the thing is, you cannot just ignore this enemy. Like you cannot ignore that. Look at that. His whole body's about to split into some evil monster thing. I can tell. Look at him. So I was like, yo, just use the fingernail bomb. Yep. Vicious remarks. Yep, just fingernail bomb it. 85 damage, janitor's bleeding. Papano attacks. Basically, at this point, I'm trying to kill the wormhead and hope that it kills both of them. Jesus, that Dan took a lot of damage. Sophie evaded attack, and I think the attack forces the tongue to retract. Bro, he made him into part of its tongue. That is crazy. Like, there's just so many grotesque things in this game, man. And it sucks because, like, I mean, at the very least, we didn't have what could happen to Nestor happen to Nestor in this playthrough. Like, I actually went back and did that. That's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's worse than this to me. Like, what happens to Nestor that is worse than this. Janitor's crying, no effect. Janitor's bleeding. Wormhead is bleeding. He clattered from the monster's teeth because he died from bleeding. Sophie's now level, what, like 10? And then we killed the wormhead. And I think like we got to go downstairs to get the janitor's key. And it's like this opens things up a little bit more, so the place is easier to explore now. I'm not sure where exactly we're supposed to get the Saturn disc from, but you know, I guess we'll figure it out eventually. And then it's like, okay, well, yeah, now I can just like walk through. It's rough, man. Because I feel like everybody we've met on the ground floor that's been a human, except for Nestor, except for Nestor, like Nestor and Papano have all been killed. And Nestor has the possibility to be killed if you finish that quest. Like, if you finish that quest with Rafta properly, he dies. And then if he dies, then not only does he die, Eugene dies too. It basically turns into a scene out of the thing. It was one of the most disgusting things I'd ever seen. I was like, wow, this is awful. Like, I can't believe this. I'm responsible for like 2 deaths. It's bad. Okay, and then what do I do in here? Oh, did I decide I was just gonna go back downstairs and try to get the key? Yep. Go down to the basement, get the key. Nope. Oh, you know what? At this point, I think I thought I had the key already, but I hadn't picked it up yet. I'm like, wait, I gotta actually go back and get the key here. Yep, key ring. This was Gaston's, the chief custodian. Tabernacle. All right, so now you got the key from the janitors. And now, like, it's like makes things a little easier. Not a whole lot easier, but a little easier trying to explore from here on out. I mean, not by a lot, but a little bit. Like, I was like, okay, let's go to the ground floor and go to the janitor's closet, because there's definitely a closet that you can go to here that's locked. And I feel like there's more than one locked janitor's closet. There might be, but I feel like that might be it, probably. Locked from the other side. Which I kind of felt like at this point, I was like, bro, I should basically have the skeleton key. You know, the skeleton key should be on this key ring. And then we'll run past that thing and unlock the janitor's closet. And there's actually some decent stuff in here. There's these 2 herbicides up there. And then there's an acid sprayer, which I'm not sure, like, spray herbicide, could use this as a weapon, acid sprayer, some herbicide. So here's the thing. You have the herbicide, and you can use it to you can use those that spray thing. That's a weapon. That's a ranged weapon that you can use to do damage. And it's actually pretty good. There's also a flamethrower, but my problem with the flamethrower is I don't know how to refill it after I've used all the fuel, which you'll probably see in a little while here. That man, I gotta kill that guy eventually, but not right now. Probably later on when I have like some characters that need levels, like Zarya and Monty, which I kind of want to get all the characters levels up a little bit. See, it's locked from the other side, so as long as you have the 2 discs on you, you can't really use that to get to the stairwell. But I mean, the alternative is just use the elevator. So, I mean, you're good with that. Going back, just use the elevator. It just takes you to whatever floor you want to go, so just go. Let's see, what floor is this? Oh, floor 1. Yep. Stuck, you can't open it. I think this was when I was looking to open up some of these herbicide doors. And I was like, oh, let me equip this spray thing. And I was like, oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Guessing. And I was looking to find them. I was like, where are these weapons at? Looking for it. Oh, snap, man, I accidentally clicked on the roach. Keep it. You put it back in your bag for some reason. Yep, use the herbicide to open up this one. And I think this is the area where there's a lot of ice monsters in. Oh no, this is Sybil's room. Well, what's left of it. Shotgun shells. What is this? Pistol bullets, nice. Shotgun shells, a grenade. Can't go wrong with that. But there's like nothing else in here. The whole room is like sludgy. And it makes you wonder, it's like, where's the actual source of all of this? If it's not down here in Sybil's room, then could it be upstairs? But I don't know. Because, I mean, the Sybil we see upstairs has no sludge near her. Maybe like it was more like a metamorphosis, perhaps. Like, you know, maybe Sybil transformed into something else. And I was like, I'm not sure, completely sure what this thing did to me. Maybe it was like, it's less like a, oh, she died, and more like she like transformed into something else. I don't know. It's like, could be anything. I'm interested to find out though. Like these like blood trails and stuff. Like, geez. Like, and if you look at how many people are like dead in the basement, it's like, wow, there were a lot of people killed as a result of this. Then you think about all the people that died in that, like, that were transformed that you had to kill, all the people that died in that bus crash, all the people that, like, say are floating in the basement downstairs dead, all the people that were killed by monsters that you haven't seen yet. Like, there have been a lot of deaths as a result of the visitor, and it's like, yeah, it's the end of the, and then that's not even counting all the people you haven't even met that you've heard about on the internet through social media in this game. That was a good idea. Ah, the elevator works again? That's great. You've probably had it with the stairs at this point. Suppose nothing too bad happened. Have a good day. And it's like, what? Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock, like 12:10. And I was like, all right, time to go to bed. Develop bad breath. Like, really? I just brushed my teeth. Monty brewed a Monty special. And then it's almost noon. Now 11:17, only 7 days left. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Waiting for you to take it. I'm thinking about redoing this and then going back and actually taking the money. Menacing man straight out of a gangster movie. Oh, yeah, it's the gun dealer. I need to stop saying hello to some of these people. I always like to say hello because I don't know if the vendors can be transformed into, like, monsters. And I was like, oh, a combat knife was actually better than the weapon I have right now. Because I'm like, if there's only one here, and I can't really use the rest of the weapons in here, probably should have bought some pistol bullets now that I'll think about it. Like, that probably would have been a good idea, but nobody's really using pistols. I mean, I wish I could get Sophie to use guns. I have a kid running around with a pistol. Got the combat knife, rubber boots, silver bracelet. Like when you take off or put on the crimson ring, it's like, oh. Then I think the shadow over here wants to give me something. Chalky bar. Chalky bars are good. And these guys, when we were sitting there partying, hey, plant's still getting weirder, I see. Yeah, I won't need to water it again at least. So at this point, it's like, well, what do? I'm probably going to, I don't know, probably go back out. I think at this point, I'm like, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and, oh, the dreams I think I told you about. I feel like falling into a pit of swirling colors. I looked at the colors of these little points of light. They look like stars, and I reach out for them, but they're not stars. They're eyes. Sometimes I see men, 3, 4, 5 men. I can't tell who they are, but they seem familiar. I don't know. Amazing. I haven't got much sleep in a while. I'm sorry. So what's new? Anything interesting happened since we last chat? No, not really. I went to bed. Oh, then I went up and I think I saved at like the top save slot, I think. I see why there's so many save files in this game. There's a lot going on. Sorry, I spaced out for a second. I should try to get some sleep. Stay safe out there, amazing. Talk to you later. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and then I opened up this door, I think. What is even in this room? I can't remember what's in this room. Oh, this is the ice room. I was like, nah, I'll come back. And And I think this is when I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna change party members. Oh, did I make something to eat first? That was nice of me. I think it was like frozen fish and then like the stew carton, I think. With the chicken and rice? Yeah, it was chicken and rice. Tried and true. We eat some rice and chicken. Share the food with 6 people, 90 hit points, and 10 stamina. And Mr. Henderson, the landlord, one time I played a prank on him. Mama got really mad at me. It was really funny. I put a flaming bag of dog dew on his front door, and he had to stamp it out. I saw it in the movie. I'm like, he's an old man. Be kind. Yeah, you're an old man too. You're just saying that because you don't want to get pranked too. Wow. Like, gee, thanks, Sophie. All right. And it's back into the wilderness. Getting towards, like, I think this is getting towards the end of the playthrough when I was just like, okay, I'm going to actually start training Zarya and Monty. Actually, I think I'd go and do something else before that. I think we go back to the basement, I think. Because now I'm kind of like determined to get that videotape. So I go where I think is going to be the best, give me the best option to like get the videotape. And I was like, wait, no, this is not the right room. And then I got some more hitchhikers. Ding, 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 ding. Do like the soundtrack in this game, that's for sure. Oh, and then here's where I'm like, all right, what is the number on here? 29. So yeah, that's Uranus and Earth. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, yes, I can actually open the door. Door opens, go in, and there's, I think that's a claymore, isn't it? Yeah, claymore. And so this thing, I'm like, wonder, you could insert a distinct object here. And I'm just like, well, why? There's nothing displayed on the screen. The wires connect to the socket on the left. And I was like, what? And what is this one? Door's locked. Number 15 is etched. So I think, what is this? I think this should be like the sun plus Mars, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's Sun plus Mars. Because at that point, I didn't realize, I was like, wait a minute, they're counting all of the spots on the thing. I was just kind of like, I thought there was just, I don't know what I thought about the sun, but I wasn't 100% sure about how many things the sun counted. But then it's like eight like planets and 5 dwarf planets, and it's like, oh, that's all of them together. But it's like, you can't really just say, oh, there are like 15 things. That wouldn't be specific. It's 8 planets, 5 dwarf planets. And here's me trying to like be like, oh man, I don't know, what do I do? And I think at this point, I might have gone over to that little console on the right, on the left. Or did I? Because I think at this point is when I'm like, all right, I know for certain how much the sun equals up to be. Because I find out later that it's 13, and like, look at me, I just left the room because, you know, why not? Like, oh yeah, and then I use herbicide on this door, which, like, looking back, I kind of regret. Because, like, all that's in here is whatchamacallit. It's just an elixir bottle. I mean, great, it's an elixir, but I'll be honest, I don't really use items like that too much. I kind of save them for a rainy day. And unfortunately, to me, the days are just never rainy enough. The days are just never rainy enough. Okay, and then this is when I go to the thing, and I put in the negative disc, and then the thing turns on, reading disk, error, lock system value -10. And so I didn't really think about that until I was just talking about it, how like you would need to balance out the equation. So like what 28 minus 10 is 18, and then you have like the sun, which is the 15, which is the 13 value, and then you add 5 from Pluto, which equals 18, which will balance out the equation, which will open the door in the middle for the door in the basement. So at this point, I'm like, all right, cool. I know what I'm doing. Yep. And then go in here. Oh yeah, and here's the the blank unlabeled cartridge, which I have no idea what this is. I'm not sure where to go or who to give this to get to do whatever it's supposed to do. I have no idea, but I guess we'll figure it out eventually. So I'm like, yeah, give me back my stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. Now I have it even better. Like you just learn more and more, right? I don't know. I went into this room like several times for no reason. I don't know what I was thinking. You feel a bit itchy, yeah. And I probably shouldn't have left those 2 discs in there either. Like, why did you just leave those in there, sir? Yeah, I got excited. I was like, oh boy, planet Saturn. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess you'd have to know how many celestial bodies are around Saturn, and that's probably around here somewhere. Like, there's probably like a thing that lets you know. Yeah, and then I was like, all right, let me go deposit these roaches back at the house. Words I definitely didn't think I'd ever say in my lifetime, for sure. Home sweet home. Meow, meow. And then I tried to play the game. Play something. Unlabeled cartridge. And it's like completely garbled. Try playing the unlabeled game cartridge. Doesn't seem like it works. Must be defective. Bro, real talk. I think that game cartridge might be another thing of the visitor. I think somehow, some way, somebody captured the image of the visitor in a game cartridge, and that's it. That's the game. That's what it's in. I don't know if that's the case, but I feel like that would be the case. That it's like, oh yeah, this is definitely the visitor image like imposed into a video game cartridge. Not sure why somebody would do that, but then again, why would somebody open like why would somebody what do you call that? Take a picture or make a painting of it either, you know. So I tried to come to talk to like Jasper and be like, hey, do you want this like game that isn't appearing in my my thing? So never mind. I was like, oh, well, maybe the cartridge is in here that I can give it to him, but you can't give it to him. Yep, we've lost so much already. I think it's sometimes you just got to give up, man. You just got to give up. I think there's like, so I've only seen I think I've seen almost all the astronomers. I think like there's the dude on level 2, there's the dude on level 1, there's Jasper here, and Beryl in the basement. So I think there's one person on every floor. So if I had to guess, I would say do Sybil and Edwin count? Because I killed Edwin and he wasn't he wasn't actually a part of the astronomers. And I keep going to these rooms, I swear. I was just like, yo, why do I keep going into these rooms? These are not the right rooms to go into. Okay, at this point, I think I was going to go back down to the basement and try to find the videotape. Yep, down to the basement. And here we go. Like, I'm guessing that must have been a blood trail from Gaston, maybe. Nothing down there. And then I get into a fight with this thing on the bottom. I definitely regret getting into a fight with this thing on the bottom. This guy right here. Regret it. Definitely regret. This enemy is not weak. This is a strong enemy. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, seeing as how there are enemies that I have to that are getting way stronger, does it make sense to, wow, I didn't realize how low Dan's health was. I think he's about to get killed. Yep, dead. I did not realize how low his health was before this fight started. That's not good. And he does so much damage. And you can't stun him. Yeah, I gotta admit, like, looking at this now, this is a pretty gnarly looking enemy, like Beryl said. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, this isn't even the worst monster down here. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, just die, please. All right, so here's the thing that happens, right? I use the first aid kit. Yep. Oh man, here we go. And I'm like, oh, a flamethrower. And then gasoline. And this thing chases me and I go the wrong way. Yeah, this is tough. The Hell Car, whatever the heck this thing is called. Hell Ride. Definitely should have got his health more up before I did this. Look at this thing. And there are people inside of it. God, you can hear the music. I guess it's like playing inside the car. Bites with disgusting teeth. Jump attack. And it just says hell on the license plate. Just trying to stun it. Oh yeah, and then did the bless to try to give everybody a defense buff. Should have also healed Dan. I don't know what I was thinking. I was completely focused on trying to kill this thing. Look at that. Opens wide and swallows you. Find yourself inside the flesh interior of the Hell Car. You hear some moans of pain. Look, and it's crowded in there with passengers. You can barely move. You better get out of here and fast. Yeah, this is kind of rough. At this point, I probably should have had not Dan, but Papino uses share lunch ability. But I didn't want to waste any time not doing damage. Commuters up, and they confused me. Somehow know where this car is taking all of the car is bound to hell. You need to get off. Aw, freak out. I was like, oh, what did I end up doing? Both from bonkers. Commuters took 0 damage? That's a 0. Oh. Attacked like 3 times. Papino's no longer blinded. I missed anyway, but even though I'm not blinded, excellent hit. Commuters took 19 damage. This is terrible. Commuters bleeding horribly. Hell is approaching. And then you got like the evil windshield wiper and the evil steering wheel and the evil rear view mirror. This point, I was starting to get kind of desperate. I was like, please, don't make me use my bombs. I probably should have had her do hide and then, but I don't think she had enough to do an ambush. Nah, ambush is kind of a one-shot thing. Dan is almost dead. Dan takes it too far on stream. Shameful. Viewership decreased. Papino took 53 damage. Review attacks. Dan dies. Vegetables Acid. Sophie took 9 damage. Papino is no longer boosted. Look, and you can see, like, I guess, like, hell becoming closer and closer if you look at the through the windshield in the background. Yeah, I was just like, bro, just use the explosive. Yeah, blow him up and stun him. Blow him up and stun him. Yep. And that thing died. So we'll be entering hell. Yeah, just keep attacking. Just keep attacking. Just keep attacking. Oh yeah, and then this thing in the actual car. Oh my gosh, what a fight, man. Should have probably used I could have used share lunch at any point in time. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, counterattack, yes! And everybody gets experience except for Dan, which sucks. And a whole bunch of tonics were found. Whew. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was doing that fight, I was sure we were gonna die. And then I was like, oh, let me use another like a thing later. It's oh man, it's not this part, but it's later on, and I just feel so bad. Yep, bandages. Yep, like heal yourselves up. You don't know what's in this other room. So go into this other room, and there's like nothing here except for a sword. And it's like, great, I'm glad that you can use like these other weapons though. I have a hunting shotgun that I've gotten no use in this entire game. And he can't use, I guess because he's using like a single-handed weapon, I don't know. He can't use a dual-handed like thing. Strange sort of teeth, flesh, and bone. Take it. You feel a heartbeat on the handle. Eyes flicker along the blade. Yep, find Hell Sword. And I don't think there's anything else in here. You just kind of like, all right, well, cool, that's it. We are out of here. Yep, and I felt kind of good about that we had barely survived that. I was ready to go. I'm like, yo, man, are we at the point where the game will save yet? Like, take me home, please. And I'm like, bro, why would you go to floor 2? Going to ground floor? Why? What's on the ground floor that's so important to you right now, sir? Yeah, go to floor 3. What were you thinking? Also, at this point, there was no way for me to save the game because I hadn't been to enough places. Home sweet home. Use a gas bomb. That's terrible. And then I'm like, okay, I can't talk to Sybil. And I think I was like, all right, let's make some food. And I think this is when I make the frozen fish with the stew carton, I think. Yep, stew carton. And everybody shares, and we're all good. Dan finishes the meal and gets up, leaving his plate on the table. Crumbs fall off his shirt. He bursts loudly and flops to the couch on a pile with dirty clothes. You should really clean up around here. All right, Dan. All right, and at this point, I think this is when I decide to start training up Zarya and Montgomery. But the thing is, like, you can't just take one or the other. You have to take both. Like, you have to take both with you. All right, and then I really need to talk to my plant again. Check the news. Still nothing on the news. Check social media again. Spend some time browsing social media. One internet microsoder, previously known for being friendly and wholesome, now posts nothing but long, unhinged descriptions of horrible things they would do to anyone that still refuses to look outside. One person says they looked outside and saw God. They attach a picture, but it looks like solid black on your end. social media makes you feel a bit less alone, but it can be a bit stressful. Bro, there's nothing that would make that calming about that to me. You know, seeing people talk like that about, oh man, you better look outside, like it's like Bird Box when you start coming to people's houses and forcing them to look at like all the crazy stuff that's going on outside. Then I think at this time I tried to play the the messed up cartridge. Something brush against your hip. What would that be? Yep, and it's still not working. And I still have no idea what to do with this thing. And I looked to see if there was like a bug in here or something, but I was like, oh, okay, well, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. Yep, I'm looking around and it didn't look like there was anything in there. Like, I'm not exactly sure where I was going at this point, to be honest. Like, I guess we're going back to the basement. I can't remember where exactly we were going. Floor 1. And I think at this point in floor 1, I was like, hey, there's like a spot in here that I haven't been to yet. And I don't think the enemies are super, super duper strong. I think it was the little green area. And I was like, if I'm going to be down here in this area fighting enemies, I might as well get the characters that have gotten no play in this playthrough so far, aka Montgomery and Zarya. Like, if you want to get to those parts with the rats, like, all you got to do is put that crown on. And I got a burrito from one of them, like, a while back. Because I remember, oh god, it's Rafta. Ah, it's you again. Have you seen Nestor? I hope he likes my letter. You disgust me. And you can, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's like a small, like, disgusting sound that's kind of coming through the pipe. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's all anybody needs to know about you. You filthy animal. Oh yeah, and this is this Aurelius? Yeah. He's talking about that painting that I already got. I think each one of them has a thing that they know about that you should get. Except for, I think, the dude on the third floor, I think. I feel like he doesn't really have anything, at least not that I can remember. Maybe I should go back and talk to him again and be like, hey, I saw Jasper, you know. Radio. Yeah, play with the guinea pig. I remember doing that. The declogger. Mushrooms. I'm not sure what the mushroom will do. I should actually look at that and see what that does. Because it's not, I can't use it when I cook. So I should probably see what like its actual use is. And then look, there's the hell sword. Oh yeah, I was looking to see where the hell sword was, and I think that's a two-handed weapon, and just by virtue I can't use that weapon because I only have one arm. So I have to leave it to the rest of my teammates to use that. Yeah, and this is when I start thinking, I'm like, wait, I'm here in the painter's area, there's weaker enemies here, you know, I'm walking around, and I'm like, there's enemies here that I can probably fight off, but I could definitely stand to give some of this experience to my other characters. And I was also thinking about, you know, the Frederick that's like in the back room, and it's funny because all of the paintings tell you, go kill those other versions of me, go kill the other versions of me, but the only person who doesn't is the actual Frederick. And he's like sitting back there and he's like, oh man, I can't really prove to you that I'm the real one, which I feel like is kind of weird. I'm like, you really can't have no way to prove that you're the real Frederick? Like, there's no way. But I guess like after a point, like if all the monsters all know exactly what he knows, there's no way to prove it. There is no way to prove it. The only way to prove it is, yeah, there's no way. Like, the only reason I know that he's the real painter right now is because because of the fact that he had his face stolen. And it was like, you know what? And it makes sense that he looks like this now, because why would he have been able to look at the painting before and interact with it without being affected? Like that's the thing, I guess, that makes sense. It's like the other one was completely unaffected physically, even though like he made like he went and painted that painting of the whatchamacallit of the visitor. Kind of running around here before I get the picture that I should probably go back to the third floor and go get my lesser leveled people. I think like the fight in the car, I think is the toughest fight that I did during this particular session. I think that was pretty ridiculous, because I was like, oh, okay, so you got to fight the car outside, then the car eats you, then you got to fight the commuters inside, then you got to fight the steering wheel. Like, oh god, this big eyeball thing that really doesn't do anything to you except probably kill you if you stay there for too long. But yeah, I was like, oh, let me go in here, and then I was like, yeah, I definitely need to get my characters that are weaker. Kind of like stalled out for a sec. I was like, yeah, let me do this, and like, no, a little wishy-washy here, a little too wishy-washy going back to look at this. And I could have fought that enemy, and then I'm like, let me just turn around and go back upstairs. But yeah, you got to fight the car outside. You got to fight the commuters inside, which can confuse you. Then after you beat them, you got to fight the windshield wiper and the steering wheel and the rear view mirror. And then after you kill them, then you fight the actual car, and you got to kill all three of them. Like 5 enemies before the car drives you all the way to hell, which is insane. I mean, it's like one of those things, like if you ever play like an MMO online, and what we like to call like what they used to call a damage check. You know, it's like basically saying, here's the thing that you're going to have to do, and you got to do enough damage to survive. If you don't do enough damage, then you shouldn't have been here in the first place. This thing is like, why would I tell her to leave? Like, here's the thing about what purpose would there be to tell people to leave, except for Zarya and Monty, because they're annoying. I would definitely tell Zarya and Monty to leave. Join the party. And then if you like he always comes with Zarya. They always stick together, which I mean, like, whatever, right? Hellsword, Claymore, Trouble. I should have probably kept their equipment like this. I wanted them to use the flamethrower and the acid thing. That was probably not a good idea. Looking back on this, like, I should have kept them using exactly what they had. I kind of wanted them to use a gun too, but I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just like had them stick with like the one person stick with the Claymore and one person stick with the Hellsword, and then just go from there. Because I mean, his damage was up to like 100 plus, but I know his health was kind of low. His health was probably pretty low. But look at the ballistics on the acid sprayer, like in the flamethrower, like it's so strong. I just wish I knew how to put gasoline back in the flamethrower. It just stinks when you have like a weapon like that, like a long range weapon that has like ammo, and it runs out of ammo in the middle of a fight. Then you basically that character is pretty much useless outside of maybe throwing items at people. And then we're gonna head back to the first floor probably. And clicked on floor 3 because I was pressing the button too fast. And then we're gonna go back and like fight some of those enemies in the green area to get some experience from Zarya and Monty. I'm trying to figure out like what's the fastest way to get there. I'll just go down here, and then I think it's take a left. Maybe not. Yep, and then I have to go back down and go down one more, or maybe two more. Sometimes I think it's left right here. I think, and then this room, and then I think the green room is here. You can hear like basically hear nature inside this room, and I immediately went and started a fight. I really feel like maybe I should have conserved the stuff that I had for like the fuel and all that. Narrow X-ray. I just wish they would like. Oh wait, they have the ammo down there on the bottom. I didn't see that. 4. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, what I should have did is I should have just equipped them with like the shotgun or something like that. Yeah, this was kind of like looking back on this. This might have been kind of a waste of ammo. Papino attacks, liquid fire. Yep, and it dies. Fire belch learned. Freak out learned. See, they're learning. They're learning things. They're learning things. They're learning things. Yep, TV dinner and whatever. I don't even, most of the time when I see a refrigerator, I'm like, bro, just give me whatever food is in there. Can you imagine like this, how tough this game would be if you actually had to feed people? Like that would be crazy. Like not even just like, oh, give me my stamina back so I can do moves, but like actually feed people. Like, oh man, I'm so hungry. Like if you ever play, like what game is that? The Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. You have to actually feed people, and that becomes a what's called like a thorn in your side real quick, you know. It's like the people get really hungry, and you kind of, in order to like not have them be hungry, you, in my opinion, you basically have to fill them up. You have to basically make sure that they go to sleep with full bellies at least like once every few days, so that they're not constantly asking you for food. All right, just Papino sharing the lunch. Yep, and that's the end of that. All right. And then I'm still trying to fight enemies, not realizing that I'm just wasting a bunch of ammo. Like Zarya's got no ammo going into the fight. Oh man. Foolish. Just foolish. And I'm just kind of like, oh geez, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Guess I'll just kick him. And of course, the main character continues to miss. Continues to miss. It makes no sense. I gotta figure out what are they weak against? 8 damage, 44 damage. Yep, acid. Montgomery's level 4, Zarya's level 4. And at that point, I'm like, bro, did you optimize? Oh, thank God. Even though she has like no health right now. You know, sometimes I feel like I play this game pretty good, but sometimes I'm just like, wow, you are an idiot. You are a moron. Like, what are you doing? What is this? Electric car key on the floor. And there's this thing. And got Zarya going into a fight with Zarya at 1 health. At that point, I'm like, are you even paying attention properly? Oh my goodness. Use the nitro boost. You know how it goes. Goes with a bear hug. And it's dead. Still go into menu. Don't heal Zarya. Oh, good job. You remembered. Some audio CDs. And then I looked in here, I was like, you know what? Might be time to go. Did I actually go and fight this thing? Oh, it boxed me in. Yeah, and then I remember this fight does not go very well. In fact, it goes very poorly if I remember correctly. Yep, everybody gets a nitro boost. We're starting out okay. And then Poppin only does 8 damage. Zarya does no damage because she misses. Montgomery takes 25. Then he gets like a bunch of friends. Bro, how did this even happen? What's even the lore behind this apartment? It must have been somebody who really liked like plants and stuff. And then, I mean, if this is any indication of what's going to happen, we probably need to take that plant away from the window now that I'm thinking about it. Like if this is any indication of what might happen in the future to us, this could be an issue. And I'm like, oh geez, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Berate? I don't want to berate anybody on my team. May cause panic and confusion. Yeah, but what does it normally do? If it doesn't perform panic and confusion. She's freaking out, man. Montgomery took 24 damage. Oh, Amazing took no damage. Montgomery died. Jump attack. Oh, good, he died, even though he was resistant. And I missed. And another miss. And Zarya attacked again. Oh, she's still freaking out. Oh, good. Yeah, let's bank on that. Oh wow. Okay, good job. Looks like that weapon might be actually pretty good in her hands. Okay. Oh yeah. And then like there's something decent in here, I think. Find $90 in cash. What's in here? Something I don't want to fight. Yep. And then also Monty's still knocked out. Like, what's in here? Oh, this thing. First aid kit. Oh, Monty's still back alive? Okay. And it makes me wonder, it's like, did this used to be a person or was this something else that ate a person or I don't know, man. Yeah, just kill this thing, please. Burning. Just kill this thing, please. He's gonna attack normal. Yep, and Zarya killed it. Montgomery's now level 5, Zarya's level 5. Video game cartridge, forget about it. Oh. Got an achievement. Eye drops. You go in here, there's nothing left in the cabinet, even though, like, I didn't really take anything out of the cabinet. I guess somebody else must have tried it, and it didn't end well. And then take the raw beef. Hey, man, as long as it's good, you gotta just make use of what you have in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I think this was at a time where I'm just like, all right, it might be time to like start leaving because these big weird looking enemies just aren't doing it for me. And this takes you over here to where I just got attacked a little while ago. So I was like, all right, I think it's about time to go home. Maybe go to the ice place later, but for now, I think this is pretty decent. This was pretty decent growth. So I was like, all right, where's the exit? There you go. It's about time to head on back. Even though I probably could have gone back to the elevator, which would have probably been faster. But taking the stairs is what I know. I've been doing it the whole game. It's kind of hard to break that habit. It really is. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take the stairs. I used to do that when I used to work out. Like I used to go do yoga, and then I would always take the stairs down, and it would be brutal, man. It would be so brutal after yoga. Oh my gosh. All right. I think at this point, this is about, I would say we're getting to the close of the play session. So yeah, thanks to everybody who decided to like come through and watch and listen. You know, it's always appreciated, you know, people like appreciating the and watching the content, you know, Roman, Adam, Stone, my dad, my mom, you know, Ariel and Deja, you know, thanks to y'all for like checking out the videos. You know, this is a real fun thing for me to do. I think before the actual end of the weekend, I'm going to try recording some footage of Claire 33, like the Claire Obscura Expedition 33. But that's some next time. But until that time, thanks for watching this edition of the Chronicles of the Quadrumvirate. Love, peace, and hair grease, and I'll see y'all next time.